up, gang? Hey man, I got another banger video to respond to. A woman tears down her husband down to the stud for no apparent reason. So make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also make sure you join the CLG community. It is only $48 a month, less than $500 a year with the 20% discount. And you also get a free one-on-one call with me if you join. Just send me a DM. And if you jump in before the 25th, you'll get the hard 30 that I'm doing for free. So without further ado, let's just jump right into this video.
I emasculated my ex-husband 3 specific ways: control, criticism, and comparison. I was in control of everything. I controlled how the dishes went in. If he loaded the dishwasher and it wasn't good enough, the way he was going to lead our team, it wasn't good enough. The way he managed everything wasn't good enough. Nothing he did was ever good enough. And then I let him know out loud, like I criticized everything that he did and told him how it should have been done better. And perfection was the standard that I held for him. So nothing was ever good enough, because I was comparing me and him, and I had this self-righteous view of myself that I knew the way and my way was better, and nothing he ever did was enough. And eventually it created a man that was apathetic, that was resigned to not do anything. Why should he show up? If I'm gonna redo it, or if I'm gonna do it better, or if he's gonna get criticized, why should he show up? And then that caused further division in our relationship, because he would say that he was going to do something and then just not. And it created this big void in respect. And where I got it wrong in the respect category was I was waiting for him to show up as perfect in order for me to begin to respect him. I didn't ever respect his effort. I didn't ever respect the progress. I didn't respect anything.
To be honest, I still can't figure out if that was a real lady or if that was AI. I'm just gonna be 100% honest. But the reason I wanted to show that video is because even if it was AI or whatever the case is, that is what the modern day woman does to the modern day man. They make the modern day man feel like he will never be good enough. He has to be perfect. He has to say the right things. He has to text me the right way. If he doesn't, he's going to get ghosted, or I'm not going to respond back, or I'm going to flake, or whatever the case is. No. A man must move to the beat of his own drum and how he sees fit. The man is the superior. In most situations, the man is the superior. Every blue moon, the top of the top of the top female will outperform the middle to below pack male, right? Like the fastest woman in the world, she ran a 10.49. The majority of men cannot run a 10.49 in a 100-meter dash. But we did have kids in high school who ran a 10.2. In Florida, we had kids in high school who ran 10.2. High school fast guys are faster than the absolute fastest record that a woman has ever held. And they said she was on steroids, and they said she was wind aided and stuff like that. And it was back in the day. So now I can't run a 10.4. The fastest I've ever ran is like a 10.9, like on the hand or something like that. 10.8, 10.9 or something like that. You know what I mean? Could never run a 10.4. So every blue moon, the top tier woman can outperform a very large percentage of men, but she would have to be the best in order to do so. But these everyday people that's meeting each other, the guy is the superior in every category. And me going off of that track situation, just because that girl could run a 10.49, that doesn't mean an average guy couldn't kick her ass. So even though she can probably run faster than most men, she's still not better all around than the average Joe. Now she can probably whoop the ass of some weak, skinny little motherfuckers. You know what I mean? That bones break when the wind blow. But what I'm trying to get across to you guys is you guys have allowed women to brainwash you to make them believe, or make yourself believe, that the woman is actually the superior gender. You've allowed a weaker gender to brainwash you to make you believe that they are the superior. And they do techniques like this woman just explained, or AI or whatever. The techniques are still real, right? They make you seem like you can never be good enough. You feel me? And the best way to overcome that is to nip it in the bud and let her know that she could never be good enough for your fucking presence. This is why men must have multiple women. And if you don't have multiple women, you have to have a hobby. You have to have something outside of a woman, because if you allow a woman to dictate your life, you are done. Point blank, period. Women can play mind games, manipulation games, dark psychology, whatever the fuck you want to call it. They can do that way better than any man could ever imagine. That is their game. It's almost as if God made them the weaker gender, but he made them the most manipulative when it comes to basically using their mind, right? So understanding this, when you're dealing with women, you have to understand the importance of being a man and sticking to your guns, and it's your way or the highway. And I know it's hard when the girl that you're talking to is the hottest girl you've ever been with. I get it. You get what I'm trying to say? I understand. It's gonna be tough. Some of the stuff that I say in my goddamn videos, it's gonna be scary for you to implement. But here's what I will tell you. I've been doing the hard 30. Hard 30 is I've been actually in the field. I've been actually talking to women on a daily basis. I've been taking my steps. Now, for me, there aren't a lot of women for me to talk to, and I don't really have a lot of time to take my daily steps. So I'll probably go out for an hour, walk around a little bit, and I'll probably only see like 1 to 2 girls. And every girl that I find attractive, I make an approach. But it's very difficult for me to find it in Miami, contrary to what people say, except for on the weekends. On the weekends, I'll probably make about 5, 6. Like if I go to like a nightclub or something like that, I probably make like 5, 6 approaches. But sometimes I just make 1. It just depends on the night and how many bad bitches are out. But what I'm trying to tell you is I've been actually going out. I've been actually implementing things. And I've noticed when I get away from my CLG techniques, process, word tracks that I teach in the CLG community, when I get away from it, I notice that my results kind of plummet a little bit. And I notice when I get back to it, everything that I've been teaching the guys inside the CLG community, and I go back to the basics, I notice that my results shoot back up. So basically, women are so similar that your head will spin. They are very predictable and similar for the most part. Nothing's going to work at 100%. It just doesn't work that way, right? Even the CLG stuff, it doesn't work at 100%. It just works at a fairly high percentage. And for me, it has to work at a fairly high percentage because I'm so fucking picky. Now, if I was a guy that just talks to booger whoops all day, any technique will work if you talk to enough girls, right? I've seen the Jewish lover boy. His technique works, but he talks to thousands of women. Literally thousands. I'm talking about every woman he sees. It can be fat, skinny. It can be a crackhead on the side of the street. Whatever the fuck. He'll holler at him. You know what I mean? But he also gets a lot of STDs. Because he fucks the raggediest bitches you can find. You get what I'm trying to say? But then when I pull up with one of my girls, he be like, where did you find her? How did you get her? You feel me? He be so mind blown. So, and he travels a lot and all this crazy stuff like that. But like I said, a broken clock is right twice a day. So you can have bad technique and still have some success, but you got to work probably 10 to 15 times harder. But going back to what I've been saying is you cannot allow a woman to manipulate you in any shape, form, or fashion. You cannot get in a relationship where a woman feels like she is your superior. She will make you suffer if she does. If she feels like she's your superior, she will break you. This is why you see guys that say happy wife, happy life. They be bald-headed, stressed out, fat, overweight, drink beer all the time, alcoholic fucks. Why do you think that is? It's because the woman is breaking this man mentally. She is destroying this man mentally. And you'll see the woman with a full head of hair, no gray hair. But you'll see the man bald-headed, fat, overweight, stressed the fuck out because he is allowing this woman who believes that she's superior to him. She believes that she's the prize. She believes that she's the catch. He's allowing this woman to break him, even if she is hotter than you. Because guess what? I'm going to be honest with you guys. All of my, like Central C says, all of my bitches is out of my league. All my bitches are hotter than me, meaning that my bitches are hotter than me and I still don't let them think that they are, and I still don't allow them to believe that they fucking are, because in actuality, even if you look better than me, bitch, you can't even fucking hold there is nothing that you can do that you can even remotely think of outperforming me in. And trust me, every fucking chance I get, I let her know that I am superior. It can be a card game, I'm whooping her ass. I don't even need to know the game, just teach me the rules, I'm gonna whoop your ass. It can be a racing carts. It can be bowling. It can be all types of shit. I had a girl race with me, blew her ass out the water. I had a girl go bowling with me, destroyed her ass on that bowling thing. I don't play that shit. I don't give no women a fucking inch. Because even if you take it light on them and you let them think that they can fucking win, they're gonna believe that shit. You feel me? I remember one of the girls I was fucking bad bitch too. A lot of people, they don't do the stuff that I do because they're afraid of women. I don't give a fuck. I remember a girl was trying to wrestle me, right? And I got a bunch of stories with girls trying to wrestle me. I don't know why, like they just like to do this shit. But it was a different girl. This wasn't the one that this wasn't the one that was a jiu-jitsu like amateur gold medalist, all this bullshit. I threw her little ass around too. This was a different girl. But she caught herself trying to like size me up because she's really fit, you know, big booty white girl, whatever the case is, you know, nice body, shit like that. So she's really fit, so she thought she could take me, right? Man, I threw that little bitch around like a rag doll. But this is the thing. Because I didn't give her 100%. I didn't have to. She was too little. But I basically picked her little ass up and put her down. And then I said, how does it feel to feel helpless, right? Because there ain't really much you can do, right? And she's like, your hands are so big. So you would think that being a little rough with a girl would actually turn her off. It turned her on, right? She was talking about how big my hands was, how strong I am, how dense I am. She was like, you're a fucking unit. Like, you just throw me around. She's like, you're probably the strongest guy I've ever been with. Like, no guy can throw me around. And this is the crazy part. She probably has been with stronger guys than me. But they probably, when she tried to take them down, they probably went soft on her. So now, in her mind, she probably believes that she can whoop those guys' ass. I don't go soft on you. I'm not letting you take me down, bitch. I'm not playing that shit with you. I don't do that shit. You feel me? You gonna try to take me down? I will show you, like Bane did to that dude that gave him that money. If you watch Batman with Bane, when the guy started talking shit to Bane, I gave you millions of dollars, Oh, who's in charge here? And Bane looked at him and said, do you feel like you're in charge? Basically, who you talking to? You feel me? I'm not finna play this back and forth game. Yeah, and Bane said, yeah, I needed your money at the time, but now we no longer need your services. And Bane off the guy. But not saying I would never offer a woman. Don't even put that two to two together. But what I'm trying to tell you is, don't be soft when it comes to these fucking women. Because if you play it soft and you allow this little Me Too shit get in your head, and you allow the shit that they say and their words and their manipulation techniques, if you allow that to seep into your brain, you will be done. And it's the cool thing. A lot of people think they find my channel and they'll actually, like, you know, be violent and stuff towards women. That's not the case. That's not the case. You know, like they'll try to make up, because you got to understand, I understand women very well. So I'm prepared for everything that a woman would throw at me. If this channel ever blows up and men actually start improving, like the men in the CLG community, they're actually improving. They're actually getting their life together. So if this channel ever blows up and the majority of men start approving and the majority of men start understanding their value and majority of men take their value back, one of the ways that the feminist group is going to try to take my channel down is they're going to say stuff like, well, your channel makes men violent towards women. And this is the God honest truth. My channel does not make men violent towards women. I'm going to tell you why. Because once you understand a woman, you understand my channel, you understand to turn your care down, you become indifferent. So, for example, I'm doing a hard 30, so I'm actually approaching girls that I like. Today, I was at the Hollywood Beach, but it was at nighttime. So it was stragglers, right? So it wasn't much talent out there. First girl that I talked to, she had her headphones in. I said, hey. She gave me a gesture like she didn't want to talk. Perfectly fine with me, right? I wasn't mad. I wasn't butthurt. It was a very respectful rejection, right? Perfectly fine. There's no anger there. There's no animosity. I don't want to hurt her. I don't want to kill her. None of that crazy stuff, right? So when people talk about oh, this channel makes people violent to women, it's not true. Now check this out. The second approach that I did today, it was a blonde, right? Now her friend was ugly, but the blonde was pretty attractive. So I walk up to the blonde. They were coming out of like the cut or something. Like they was coming behind one of the buildings. So I was like, hey, where you coming from? And she said, I have a boyfriend. And then I said, oh, I didn't ask that. And then her friend said, she doesn't want to talk to you, weirdo, or some shit like that. Like some weird shit. The ugly friend now, right? So then I said, hold up, why you being so weird? And she was like, the friend, like she was on the phone. The friend, the ugly friend, the one that said she doesn't want to talk to you, weirdo, whatever the case is. And I said, or she didn't say weirdo. She said, she doesn't want to talk to you, man. Like in a very like sarcastic. Now the one that I approached was cool, right? But she rejected me in her own. She didn't reject me disrespectfully. She just didn't answer my question. She just said she had a boyfriend. The ugly friend was the one that was fucking aggressive. But she was on the phone. I didn't know who she was on the phone with because I wasn't paying attention to this ugly bitch. And I said, why you being so weird? This ugly bitch was on the phone with her mom. She said, Mom, this black guy is following me. He's scaring me. I don't know what to do. What should I do? He's chasing me. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? And this is why I tell you, a lot of people come to my channel, they be like, oh, you know, this, what they're going to try to say, if this channel ever blows up, which it probably won't, it's going to stay underground, but if this channel ever blows up, people are going to say, oh, this channel is going to make men be violent towards women. Did you know I wasn't even mad at that situation? Because I understood women so well that I understand that this is just how bitches are. So because I understand women, there's never going to be any violence towards women. I'm never going to put my hands on a woman. Because I understand that they're fucking demonic. I understand that they do demonic shit. And to be quite frank honest, after that approach, it didn't affect me with any of my other approaches. You feel me? I approached a mother and a daughter. You feel me? I didn't know it was a mother and a daughter at first because from the back, the mother didn't look so fucking old. But then when I got to the front and I'm talking to him, you could tell who the mother was. She was old as fuck in the face. The daughter was young and beautiful. You get what I'm trying to say? So nothing stops me from approaching my type of girl, right? Even after a situation like that, a girl lied on me saying that I was chasing her. Mom, I'm scared, da-da-da. And she just was making it up. Like I was in front, like once she started talking shit, I was outpacing them and I'm looking back like, bitch, she behind me. Like you're not even in front of me, bitch. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I understand female nature so well, none of this shit bothers me, right? Yes, I hate them in the majority of women. Yes, I dislike them. Yes, I don't like them, this and this. I don't like them because of the fact that they're not reliable. They make up lies. They fucking manipulate. They fucking try to psychologically torture men and they do a great job at it. And I think that's demonic. That's just my fucking opinion. Is it true? Who the fuck knows? I believe it's a form of fucking witchcraft. You feel me? There's no integrity. There's no honesty. There's no straightforwardness when it comes to women. There's just game after game after game. So, did I like the situation? Hell to the fuck no. Would I have ever put my hands on her or hurt the woman or did nothing like that? Hell to the fuck no. Why? Because I understand them. So if anything, my channel is just bringing light to men. So if a man does get a brutal rejection like that, which I rarely get rejections that fucking bad. You usually just get I have a boyfriend and that's just at the end of it, right? You never get the ugly friend lying to her mother that I'm chasing her when I promise you this is exactly how the approach went. Very few words were said in the fucking approach. Very fucking few words were said. And she's on the phone with her mother lying and you can hear her. She put her mother on her speaker. You can hear her mom like, oh my God, get somewhere safe. Like believing her. And I'm like, this is some fucking comedy. This is some fucking comedy. This is probably the funniest thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. And this is the crazy part. She had to go out of her way to fuck with me because nobody was talking to her. Her friend was the hot one. She was ugly. You get what I'm trying to say? So she wasn't even being approached. And all I said was like, why you being so weird? Literally, because the bitch was being weird. She was being super aggressive. The bitch that I approached was fine. She was cool. There were beautiful women. Usually, some of them can be bitches. Don't get it twisted. Beautiful women, they understand the fucking program, right? They understand what it is. She came out. She looks fucking gorgeous. She's wearing shit that's scandalous as fuck. She knows a couple guys gonna say hey to her and whatever. She knows the fucking game. And you know what? As soon as I got my fucking rejection, I did do a follow-up question, like, because I didn't ask her that. It was the God honest truth. I said, oh, where you guys coming from? Because they just ran behind the fucking building. And then she said, I have a boyfriend. And then my fucking response to that was, oh, I didn't ask you that. And then the fucking loudmouth, ugly bitch started fucking butting in. And then I just said, why you being weird? To the ugly bitch. You get what I'm trying to say? Then the ugly bitch was talking to, oh, Mom, this black guy, he's chasing me. I don't know what to do. What should I do? I'm talking about on a fucking dime. Lied that fucking quick. Now, luckily we live in better times and stuff like that. Now, those are the same type of lies that got people back in the day fucked up, like Emmett Till and whatever the story is. I don't know whose exact story it was. Maybe Rodney King, Whitney, Emmett Till, one of them guys that a woman lied on that person and then got that person assaulted and killed or beaten or hurt or whatever the case is. I don't know all the details, but it's something along those lines. That was all behind a woman probably lying. So when I say that I dislike the modern day woman, and the majority of them, I dislike women lying, right? Lying is actually a fucking sin. And we all sin. I'm not going to get into the biblical stuff. But you will have women in church try to tell you that you're a bad person for your sins when they lie 24/7. And in the eyes of God, all sins are looked at as equal. You get what I'm trying to say? So these, like the lying, the deceit, the manipulation, you feel me? All of this goddamn spiritual shit, this good eye shit. You see, women are demonic. I mean, you'd be surprised how many women I see with an evil eye or talking about some spiritual stuff that I don't know about, or super into the horoscopes and all this crazy stuff, bro. That's like some witchery that's some fucking dark magic type shit. And they love that shit. And they're into that shit. You get what I'm trying to say? A lot of women are deeply into that shit. You get what I'm trying to say? So what I'm trying to say is, okay, the majority of men, a lot of men that I run across are just solid ass fucking guys. Yes, are there demonic men out there? Oh, hell yeah, they exist. And the most demonic men are worse than probably the most demonic female. Or it's a fucking close tie. I don't fucking know. Maybe the most demonic female is worse than the most demonic man. I don't know. I'm talking shit about them too, right? The fucking horrible men. Okay, yes, those are bad people too. But this channel isn't about that, right? There's a ton of fucking channels out there that talk about the demonic men that exist. Because there are men that will rip your ass off in business. There are men that will lie to you. There are men that will scam you. There are men that will take your resources. There are men that will do some very dark fucking shit to your ass. Those men exist as well, right? There are the Jordan Belforts of the world before he cleaned up his act. There are the people that will scam you, rip you off, shit like that. They don't give a fuck, right? Those men exist too. That's not my channel, right? They have other people who do channels like that, like Johnny Bravo or John Bravo, whatever his name is. But his channel kind of exposes the dark triad men, right? My channel exposes the everyday dark triad female. So that's what my channel is for. So if you're coming to my channel, we gonna talk about the dark females. Because so many people are afraid to fucking talk. And it's coming from a guy who's in the field and who is genuinely honest with what I'm observing. I'm not going off of stats. Yes, I might bring stats in to the picture, but I'm actually going off of what I'm seeing in the field. And if any guy was to go in the field and test this, they will see similar results no matter what state they're in. They will see the lies, the flakiness, the betrayal, the manipulation. They'll see all of this from women. Any guy that has ever dealt with the modern day woman, everything that I say, they will have seen with their own two eyes. This is not make-believe. The majority of women act like this. The majority of women act like this, that to the point when you do find a solid chick, which even a solid chick is going to try to manipulate you and play games, like they can't help it. It's in their nature. But when you find a solid chick who actually shows up on time, who actually shows up, you have a soft spot for her because it's like, wow, you're actually fucking reliable. You're actually a bitch that I can actually fucking count on. You're actually a bitch when I tell you to come here or show up or do this, you actually do it. That is wild to me. You get what I'm trying to say? It is mind-blowing that you fucking exist. That's how few those women exist. That's how few and far between those women actually exist. So when I'm breaking this stuff down, I'm breaking this down from a real, actual level. Real, actual, like in the field, what I see on a daily basis, facts type outlook. Not the books, not the theory, not, because you got to understand, anybody can put anything in a book, anybody can put anything in a theory, and the world is constantly changing. So the theory from yesterday could be different from the theory of today. So what I'm talking about is shit that I'm actually seeing in the field. The story that I just told you just happened today. I put that on everything. I'm listening to the conversation. Her mom is freaking out. And I'm like, by that time, I'm like strides ahead of her. Just looking back like, this stupid, goofy bitch. But see, somebody else, another guy would have got pissed off and would have tried to fucking, maybe if he didn't know female nature, he would have probably got a little violent. With me, I know female nature. I know she's full of shit. I expect the worst when I approach women until they prove me otherwise. I expect the worst out of the majority of women until proven otherwise. You feel me? Don't act like you like me. Show me, baby. Don't act like you cool with me. Show me. If I tell you to do something, you fucking do it. I tell you to come here, you come here. I tell you to show up here, you show the fuck up. Show me that you like me, bitch. Don't tell me. Because I don't believe your fucking words anyways. And the video that I just watched, I just showed you why you should never fucking listen to a woman. You can hear her. You should never listen to her. Because you'll end up in the trick bag just like her fucking husband. And while she walking around with a full head of hair, I bet your husband is fat, bald-headed, stressed the fuck out, and don't know where to turn. Insecure, everything, questions everything about his life. You feel me? He probably hates himself when he look in the mirror because this bitch broke him. She broke him in so many ways that it probably can't be fixed. I probably can't even fix him. You feel me? Because self-esteem is extremely important. Self-esteem can help you in a lot of situations. And what a woman would do, instead of getting her self-esteem on her own, she would tear down her own man to boost her own self-esteem. She'll tear down her own life partner to boost her own self-esteem instead of getting it on her own. Now her husband afraid to look in the mirror. He probably thinks he can't fuck. He probably thinks his dick's too small. And that's going to be stuck with him with every relationship that he goes moving forward. He will always have those insecurities with every woman that he meets. He's always going to feel inadequate to every woman that he meets because of this manipulative bitch. And a lot of these manipulative bitches can do this to their sons. They can do this to their sons. They can do this to their friends. If you believe a bitch, she can mentally rip you apart and take all of your self-esteem because she will constantly drill in you that you are never and never will be good enough. They'll do it to their own fucking kids. Imagine what the fuck they'll do to you. So be careful out there when you're dealing with these women. This is why the CLG community is so fucking important, because we lift men up. When the women in the society are trying to tear you down, we lift you the fuck up. So you can stay a fucking man. And men are the ones that actually get the fucking results. So what do you want to be? The guy throwing in a towel, giving up on life, or the guy that's actually getting results? So you tell me. You feel me? The CLG community is only $48 a month. Try it out. You feel me? See if you like it. Stay in for a few months. Meet some of the members. DM some of the members. You feel me? Share stories. Post shit. Fucking do a free one-on-one with me. You feel me? Let's build men up, not tear them down, because society has already done that. And with that being said, I'm out.